Well, it says I'm live. Hello. How is everybody doing? I'm doing rubbish, but I'm still here streaming. My name is Kaltumo. We're still playing Valhalla. Stuff's been happening in Valhalla. It's a good game. I like it. Ignore... Well, you don't have to ignore my garb, but, I mean, it is weird. Don't take this as assuming that I enjoy football or anything. I frankly don't, enormously, but my wonderful aunt got me this for Christmas one year. Probably assuming that I like football like most American teenagers, as I was at the time. And while I don't like it for the football symbols, I do like it because it's warm. And I get cold down here in my dungeon. So, we're still playing Valhalla. We are still serving drinks to cute anime girls, which, I mean, if I had to die, that's how I'd want to die. I bought something I wanted, and we're pleased with ourselves. We're going to focus on work. We can use nano camo to customize our room. That's what we did last time. So now we've got these fancy walls, and a fancy, like, torpedoes on our thing. You know, this thing that is a thing that people have in Japan, the name of which I can't remember. We still have our slut t-shirt, though. I'm glad. It's one of the important things in life. Augmented eyes. Alright, let's read some news. Alarms rise as Apollo Trust Bank suffers terrorist attack. Hijacked screens at downtown Casanova announced what seems to be a terrorist threat aimed at the Apollo Trust Bank. The information suggests that a currently unidentified bomber is already inside the building. The White Knights counter-terrorism unit responded to the threat immediately. However, the bank was then locked down by an external network attack. We might be dealing with a dual threat here, CTU's Chloe Bauer told AE. The bank has been sealed shut using its own disaster prevention. Bleh, words are a thing. Disaster prevention system. However, none of the terminals at the bank were working at the time. The building is basically sealed at this point. The hostages are trapped. Still trapped, that sucks. We hope Say is alright. I also hope Say is alright. Oops, didn't mean to do that. The Augmented Eye is being attacked. Hi everyone. We take your security seriously. Here at the Augmented Eye, we have obligation to disclose the recent articles on Alice Rabbit were vandalized by who we think is Alice Rabbit themselves, or a very good impersonator. We want to extend our apologies and inform that we'll be limiting our coverage of Alice Rabbit to just factual news and not entertainment pieces. Sincerely, the AE staff. Yeah. Jill's correct. I'm glad we don't pay these fuckers for subs. Pollution to reach historic levels next year. Wonderful. Yeah, that's honestly my favorite part of the game too. How most of my gameplay is reading news on my phone in my room with my cat. You know, I'm real. This game's real. It feels like reality. Even though most countries in the world have adapted their economies to solve the ongoing problem of climate change, Glitch City still relies on ancient technologies in order to keep costs low with profits high. As a result of this backwards policy, this isn't biased at all, it seems as though we'll be experiencing a huge increase in air pollution next year, which sucks. Our contamination levels will force the whole population to move away from a lot of the areas within the city. The soil is dying at an alarming pace, said experts in a report. Having to buy special raincoats and umbrellas does suck, but experts say you'd better get used to it. How long until someone says pollution is good? There's a book. Good. I'm glad. Anything on danger? Oh, multiple. Apollo Bank is being attacked, and no one is reporting it. Are you actually surprised? Considering the nature of their threats, it's clear that Quincy doesn't want to take the blame. What a fucking coward. Do we have any sources? There. I'm posting from the site. It looks like someone's inside the bank with a huge bomb threatening to blow up the building. Any demands? They want Quincy to quit and the White Knights to disband. Peachy. Wow. So they're actually helping the protesters. That's not the way to help people. What if this is just a huge false flag to blame the opposition? Wouldn't be surprised. This fucking place. Lol. Let's wait for more info. This thread is closed. Peachy. Streaming Chan thread. Yay! The Streaming Chan was my favorite character last time. Streaming Chan went nuts last night. Where the hell is she now? I don't even recognize the place she's at right now. Doesn't look pretty either. At least she's getting some rest. What did I miss? Streaming Chan went to Valhalla, got a bit drunk, and got the hell out of there all hyper. Tried to steal snacks from a vending machine, but the thing had defended itself with an electric shock. I'm going to marry Streaming Chan. That's unrelated to what's going on. That's freaking nuts. You just don't mess with those things. She fell asleep from the shock, as expected from Streaming Chan. I just hope nothing happens while she lays there. Falls asleep at a shoddy backstreet in Glitch City. She'll be fine. She was either already tired or the alcohol got to her somehow. That is also true, Joe. A white knight just beat me up. I'm fucking crying right now, let me tell you the story. Waiting for OP to deliver. I'm here. Anyway, here it goes. I was going home after buying groceries from the store. I was very tired because I had to line up for hours just to buy milk. When I'm finally out of there, the group of 3 white knights stopped me and started asking for my ID, and also wanted to check my bag to check if I wasn't a scalper. And once they saw everything that was in order, they asked me for a military service ID, and I just, what the fuck? Why would I have that on me? And there's no enforced conscription anymore. It doesn't make sense because I didn't have it on me. They asked for money or else they'd plant drugs on me. I of course refused, but they'd lose their patience and one of them hit me right in the temple with a gun. I was bleeding like crazy on the floor and they just took my groceries and left. Well shit, man, I fucking hate this place. I hate it so much. I want to leave this fucking hellhole. I'm so tired of this shit every fucking day. Apparently the White Knights are not very White Knight-like. For lack of a better way to describe them. Well, that's, I think, all of the stuff. I'm not going to change my stuff anymore because that'll cost me money. I have to make sure I pay rent and all that fun stuff, so go to work. Welcome to the cycle of life, Jill. I want to see that. I want to see relaxing girl with bubbles. I like relaxing girls with bubbles. Evening. Huh? I didn't expect you today. I was waiting for you to call and say you wouldn't be coming or something. Things at the Apollo Bank are getting ugly, so that means more people will be looking for a drink. That is a excuse, I suppose. Sorry, moving my microphone. You can take a break, you know. You're quite the hard worker. And the streets are not exactly safe right now. They've never been when you get down to it. And besides, I can't afford to not come with the bar closing soon. I wonder if any bar has used impending closure as a means to getting their employees to work. Seems like the total opposite would happen. Not to mention, I got bored out of my brains in my apartment, so I'd rather come here anyway. What'd you say? Nothing important. Gil isn't back yet? Nope, I wouldn't worry too much about him, though. If you say so. Say, what's this bottle? Client gave it to me yesterday. A gift of sorts, I'm guessing. Oh, cool. Some sort of rum. Rum? Nice. Want me to serve you a bit of it? Yeah, sure. Alright. Apparently that's how we're supposed to mix it. So, you know, you mix rum. Alright. I'm gonna enjoy this in my office, thanks. Anytime. Okay, then. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, time to serve, mix, and change lives. What? Wait, that's not how it goes. No one here to reach her. Man, it feels lonely without Gil here. I just hope the restlessness in the streets doesn't lead to dangerous or weird types coming in here. Good evening. Holy shit, that was a record-breaking jinx. Welcome to Valhalla. What can I get you? I'll have a blue fairy. Don't make a joke about becoming real. Don't make a joke about becoming real. On it. Let's give this brain a blue fairy. People seem to like blue fairies. Let's give the brain some booze. I mean, I'm confused. Here you go. Nice. Yeah, this is the thing. So, how are you? Oh, you can grab stuff. Should have figured as much. You can drink stuff? Indeed. I have the same system Lilum do. Can I ask you something, Miss? Call me Taylor. Just Taylor. I'm giving it a man's voice because I can't tell what the gender of this brain is. And yes, a cutie like you can ask me anything. This is gonna be great and awkward. Okay, Taylor. You have to be the first person I've met that didn't go okay, just Taylor. That's easy. You are a brain in a jar, right? I'm sure not a hologram, of that I'm sure. Yep, I'm a bona fide human brain in a jar. So, how? Why? What? Does my handsomeness make you speechless? You're not something a girl sees every day, and that's saying quite a bit around these parts. Fear not, for I have a speech prepared for these situations. Good. Speech? You're seeing one of the 5 great living bottled brains of the world. We are brains living in conditions that allow us to exist as any other humanoid creature. All while computers in our jars scan our activities. In a slow but steady manner, we are helping the world understand the inner workings of nature's most complex computer. I'm guessing you prepared that after being asked the same question too many times, huh? Not out of exasperation or anything like that, mind you. I just wanted to have something thoughtful prepared. Look, I even have a couple of pamphlets with me. How is it moving? I don't know. Sure. What brings one of our world's 5 brains in a jar to this place, though? Oh, I'm from around here, actually. I just wanted to take a walk for the first time in quite a bit of time. Have you come here before? Sadly, no. Otherwise, I'd remember a cute face like yours. Speaking of which, can I have your name? It's Jill. Jill? That's a really cute name. Thank you. Say, weren't you scared of going outside today? What with the commotion and all? It didn't stop you from coming here either, did it? Yeah, you're right. It's gonna take more than cryptic but ominous news to stop me. You're awfully energetic, do you know that? Sorry, does that bother you? No, not at all. Just figured that a brain in the jar wouldn't be so... happy? While I was alive, my body got to a point where there wasn't much that I could do. This new state of existence allows me to accomplish more than I ever could before. Plus, I'm doing something that'll help people in the long run. Wouldn't you be happy? I wonder. Do you want to make me happy, Jill? Depends on what it takes, because that sounds very weird. Don't worry, just give me a beer. Alright then, yeah, I'll make you happy. 1 beer to make Taylor happy. I'm gonna mix this beer, obviously. Here, a beer. Ah, yes. No matter what happens, beer is always good. Whatever you say, mate. Hey, Taylor, may I ask something a bit indiscreet? You can ask anything you want. While you had your other body, were you male or female? It's actually quite the question, especially considering I don't really know the answer either. You don't? I mean, I remember my name was Taylor. In fact, I remember every detail about my life, but the one thing is a bit blurry. Blurry? Yeah, the team that put me here said it might be a side effect of the whole process. But my family and friends say that even in life I didn't put too much thought into questions about gender. So in the end, we're back to square one. Wait, don't you have pics or anything else? To be honest, I've chosen not to look too deeply into my own identity. Partly because I'm happier in this ambiguous state. But also because I have this gut feeling I'm not psychologically prepared to see what I look like. I don't know. I feel like if I do, I might crumble. Damn. Just out of curiosity, in a third-person scenario, how should one refer to you? By my name. I guess that makes sense. You absolutely need to use pronouns. Refer to me as you'd refer to any other household appliance. A TV, or anything like that. An it. You okay with that? In the end, even if I can speak, I am just an object. It's actually something I've internalized a long time ago, even with my original body. I see. If that doesn't make you comfortable, feel free to just use neutral pronouns. To be honest, you can refer to me however I want. I don't really pay mind to that. But this isn't about what makes me comfortable. You know what the downside is to this body is? I can't get drunk. If you want to call that a downside. If you wanted to drink alcohol for the taste, there are many alternatives. Drunkenness is part of the whole experience. Why though? Villain can get drunk with no problem. Yeah, but in their case, their brain's a computer attached to their body. Getting drunk causes their brains to reduce the input speed to their body. Depending on the model, their drunk subroutine might throw in a different behavioral cycle even. It's hard to get drunk when the whole point of you being in a jar is figuring out exactly how you work. Yeah, you're right. Hey, Jill! Oh, Alma. Oh goodness, it's her again. Just oh, Alma. Where's the courtesy one would expect from plebeian boss staff? Are you calling me a plebeian? Plebeian? Maybe I am a plebeian, since I can't pronounce plebeian. Welcome to Valhalla. What can I get you? Happy? Not when you put it that way. Why, hello there, beautiful. What? I would also react this way. You hurt my feelings with that, darling. Sorry, you don't see talking disembodied brains every day. I mean, I did work a summer in Lilin maintenance, but even then, those were talking heads. Oh, don't worry about it. At least you're not running or fainting. Your name was Alma, right? I'm Taylor. Nice to meet you, Taylor. Say, Alma, can I buy you a drink? This is going weird places. Sorry, I only date people who are at least 50% organic and have at least one face. I know just what to strive for then. Just kidding. It'd make me happy to make you happy by buying you a drink. Does that bother you? I guess if Jill's the bartender, I don't have a problem with that. Awesome. I'll pay for your next drink then. What will you have? I'll have a cobalt velvet. And you, Taylor? I'm fine, actually. You're going to have me drink alone? I don't want to drink that much. Okay, then. Cobalt velvet. On the rocks and mixed. Your drink. Hope you enjoy it. You know, you've been nicer to me in these past minutes than at least 3 guys have been in the past year. Judging from the way you two talk, I'm guessing you've been a client here for a while now, right? Only for about half a year or so, if memory serves right. Really? One would think it's been longer. Feels like it's been longer. Shut up, you love me and you know it. So you just started coming here and that was it? Well, the first time I came here, the other guy... Speaking of which, where's Pablo? Jillian. Archimedes. Dunno. Adventuring or something. Anyways, the other guy served me the first time I came here. Nothing unusual there. The next time I showed up, Jill here was the one serving, and I don't know. She just gets me. There's this chemistry. We click. We click, she says. The fact that I feel more chemistry with her than many other people is kinda sad, though. It's always good to see such a nice friendship. Sadly, it's getting late and I've got to go. I'll leave you two lovely ladies alone. See ya! Well, that was the most pleasant experience I've had in this game yet, and it was with a disembodied brain. The game. Bye. Please come again. That tailor sure was nice. A bit weird at first, though. Apparently one of the 5 brains being studied by scientists or something. There's a summary of it in this pamphlet. Let's see. Oh yeah, I've heard of them before. Can't believe I actually met one. Say, Alma, how many people are there in your family? Just curious. Well, aside from my mom and dad, we have 4 sisters and 1 brother. Funnily enough, we all have names that start with the first 5 letters in the alphabet. So you're the eldest one? No, I'm actually the middle kid. You're the middle kid, but your name starts with an A. Don't think too much about it. I never said the order reflected our ages. My sister Carlotta's the eldest one. Then there's Diana, just before me. Then comes Ava, and at the bottom lies Bella... the youngest one is Bernardo. You've never been alone, I'm guessing. Can't complain about that, I guess. It helps that we were never 5 in the same house. By the time Evita and Bernie were born, Diana and Carlotta had already moved. Speaking of family, today I came because I needed a break from everything that's going on with them. Do you live with them? No, but Evita and Bernie do. Not to mention I visit them almost every day. Anyway, my second eldest sister Diana just separated from her husband. It's not even been a week, but she's already got some other guy in her bed. She left her kid with her husband's parents and pretty much forgot about them. Never mind the fact that they need to go to school and all that. Damn. Diana's life has always been messy, but these days she's making it really big. She wants time for herself, to live her life. She didn't think about that when she married the guy at 20. She didn't think about that when her marrying a guy she only known for like 3 months. You should take your own advice. Hey, I'd never marry someone who could catch my attention so quickly, okay? Sure, there was that one time when it almost happened, but I blamed the damn stadium kiss cam. Kiss cam? I was going out with a guy and my little sister introduced me. Seems he was her friend's brother or something. We went out a couple of times and he invited me to a basketball game. The mood was nice, but then later the kiss cam focused on us and instead of kissing me, he proposed. I almost got caught in the mood and accepted. Huh. So I take it you rejected him in the stadium on the fucking kiss cam. We went out for like 3 weeks. I don't know, maybe you wanted to get in my pants with the old sex on the wedding night line. But honest to God, I can't understand why I thought that would be a good idea. Sounds too convoluted, you know? Proposing and waiting for wedding night just for sex. Never underestimate the lengths a man is willing to go to get you in their bed. It's probably true. I wouldn't know. I've seen more convoluted plots over the years. I'm feeling tempted to ask, but I'll pass. Want anything else? What's that bottle? Oh yeah, it's just some rum a client gave me yesterday. A gift? What do you do? A good enough service, I'm guessing. K-C-K. Interesting name. What does it mean? Kasike is the name of a chieftain in some native tribes. I see. You want me to serve you some of this? I'll pass. I don't have too many good memories where rum is involved. Get me a fringe weaver instead, will you? Alright. Wonder what's up with her and rum. But anyways, let's just give her a fringe weaver. I want that. 1 Adelheid. 9 Carmatrine. Aged mixed. One fringe weaver. What kind of memories do you have with rum? Nothing you need to worry about. Okay. Alright. Now is my turn to ask questions. About what? What kind of family is your family? Well, an only child. Mom and dad split amicably. My mom's a violinist. She was always away from home with the orchestra. Spent most of my time with my dad, my aunt, and my grandpa. Aside from that, I'd say my childhood was quite uneventful. Huh. Didn't you get something like your mom's artistic vein or something? I played the violin until I was around 16, I think. What made you stop? I don't know. Just kind of said that's it one day and stopped. What about cousins or the rest of your family? I see very little of them, actually. Mainly because my dad moved away from most of them. Most of my mom's family live in France to boot. So your mom's French? Yep. Can you speak French? Mon aeroglicier est plein d'aiguilles. I don't know what that means. Ooh, what does that mean? Rubbish? I don't know. I can't speak French. I did try, though, but college started and I stopped taking classes. Funny thing, I actually have a cousin from Mom's side that lives close by. But you'll be hard-pressed to make me spot him in a crowd. You're kinda lucky, you know? All of my mom's side of the family lives here. Chances of me meeting someone I'm related to on the street are ridiculously high. But yeah, that's the prime around my family. Nothing too interesting, sadly. Your mom's a French violinist, and you call that uninteresting. I'm wondering if your family has ever made a fuss about you being a hacker. Hacker makes it sound too exotic. It's like if I called you a mixologist. Please don't, ever. Sounds like somebody would say to make bartender sound sophisticated. See? I mean, hacker is a good way to summarize it, but it's not the best. I'm a security consultant. She's a security consultant. People want to find flaws in the security of their systems, and I do my best to pinpoint where it breaks. Be it Glitch City or anywhere else in the world. They need security, and they're women. I'm told quite a few stories about cracking into databases to retrieve info for some sort of mercenary, though. That doesn't change the fact that hacker is not the best term to use. Makes the whole thing sound illegal when it's actually an honest job. Didn't you tell me you once secured some incriminating pics from a guy's cell phone? A mostly honest job. Sheesh. What made you become a hacker, by the way? I've always been a sucker for puzzles. Even as a kid, I always had a Sudoku or crossword with me. But at some point, they started feeling kind of samey. So when I started college, I took a course on system security. It felt like this was the kind of puzzle I was looking for. I mean, there are all kinds of things involved in breaching net security. You need to attack the stuff from different angles. And it's something that's always evolving. The whole point of everything is to strengthen security. Every time you think you've got the gist of it, they change everything. So it's kind of like an always evolving puzzle. Puzzle I help to make hard at that. Huh. Didn't think about it that way. It is less actiony than what the movies make it up to be, though. No real-time frantic typing, nothing like that. Still, seeing my code break through something, it's an amazing feeling. Will you have anything else? I'll have a classy drink. Any classy drink. Here goes nothing. Classy drinks. How about, well, let's go over to having those. I like brandinis. I assume I do. I, as a character in this show, like brandinis, we'll say. Here. Bravo! You made me very happy. Woohoo. I guess. You know, sometimes I feel like you know me better than all the guys I've been with. I feel compelled to ask how many guys you've been with. If we're talking about serious, long-lasting relationships, just a handful. Casual dating and one-night stands, on the other hand, why do that? Why go through so many people? Hey, it's not like I take every guy I see to bed. What do you take me for? You know what I mean. Yeah. That's something I don't have an answer to, actually. Maybe I'm just romantic that loves having someone to cuddle with. Maybe I just get lonely. Maybe there's a deep-seated psychological reason behind it all. Maybe I'm just horny. Whatever the case, I just kind of feel like it's a quest that I shouldn't give up yet. Well, it's not like I'm too different. Until recently, I too had a streak of one-night stands. Really? What made you stop? Reasons. What is it? Tell me. Maybe later. It's time for my break. Come with me. Huh? Why? Can't I stay here away from the cold? I don't trust you. You could fit a bottle between those tits of yours and nobody would know. Why not just say, please come and let's keep talking at the back of the bar? You got the message. Now come. Guide me then. Boss, I'm taking my break. Call me if anyone comes in. Sure, sure. Well, today's been so far very uneventful. Save. Boop. It's now safe to keep playing. Huzzah! 2069. 2069. Cold, 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 cold. Sure is chilly out there. It's kind of refreshing. The hobo out there seems like a nice guy. Billy Vine? Yeah, he's a cool guy. Very respectful. Apparently he got into some legal trouble and that's why he's like that. Really? Could also just be a very nice crackhead, though. So, are you going to tell me? What? Why did you stop having one-night stands and all that? I started working here. I don't know. After I started working here, I felt like I didn't need to do that anymore. Maybe I was just lonely. Aw, how cute. I also got fed up with everyone complaining about me smoking on the bed. You're gonna burn the bed with that. Yeah, yeah. If you ever need a hug, just let me know. You don't need one-night stands for that. You left me thinking, though. What's your thing? Oh, goodness, we're getting into this sort of conversation now. Yay! Your fetish. You strike me as the kind to have an overpower fetish of sorts. It feels very weird reading this in an accent. You want to feel totally swayed by someone, have consensual yet forceful sex with your partner. I hope you understand how weird this is for me to read. Did I hit bullseye? You have quite the imagination, girl. Honey, some service here. I'm here. Don't scream. Oh-ho! Were you two hanging at the back of the bar? What kind of stuff were you doing? Just talking. Is that what they call it these days? What do you want? Something soft, something sweet. No alcohol, please. Wouldn't be the same if you just grabbed a soda from the vending machine. But I like you! Do you dislike my presence so much? Sweet and non-alcoholic, you say? Alright. Fire flavor. Sweet. Got one? Yeah. Sugar rush. Here, like you asked. See, you don't get this kind of treatment from a vending machine. Unless you're Lawrence. But he has this weird idea that good service is the same as selling lukewarm cans of cola. Lawrence? A friend of mine. He's a vending machine. Oh. Okay, then. Oh, but how impolite of me. I'm lovely, and my name's Dorothy. Dorothy Hayes. Nice to meet you. Oh, I'm Alma. The pleasure's mine. Dorothy, you say? Yup. Why? Nothing. I guess I've heard about you before. Really? What kind of stuff? Tell me, tell me. Mostly about your, pluckiness? And here I was thinking it's because I'm a sex worker. So much for trying to be subtle. Hey, I take pride in my job, otherwise I wouldn't be doing it. I don't know why people do that face. I don't have enough accents for pretty girls. Isn't it dangerous? I know how to take care of myself. Thank you very much. Where do you work, Alma? I'm a hacker. Really? A full-fledged hacker? Not the kind that sees some computer logged into some account and says they're hacking, right? No, of course not. I've always been curious about how being a hacker works. Do you just start typing really fast while waiting for something to happen? No. I can explain, but I don't know if you'll get it. We won't know until you try, right? Last time I said that I had to jam a plastic replica of a halogen light bulb up a grown man's. It was a wonderful game, and well written. It was a success! Okay then. Let me try to explain in general how it works. Let's say I have to retrieve information from a company's database. Alright. First I do some research on the target, OS, servers, how the information is stored and all that. They've been a couple of occasions where I've had to go in blind, but they're the exception rather than the rule. First I secure things from my side. I start working behind proxies, websites, through other more vulnerable computers I find on the way. After that, I start testing the networks. I go through the basic protocols, try known exploits as long as they don't trigger any alarm. Once I've tested the ground, the fun starts. I go through all the security protocols and look to bypass them. Sometimes I have to look deeper into the code for the password itself. I see. Then, when I'm finally in, I go and retrieve user privileges. After that, I go and try to become a super user and get what I need. How do you do that? Well, there are a couple of ways. I can use a pre-made program to hack into an already existing account. I can use info someone already gave me, but the usual way is using a buffer overflow. What happens next? What happens next? I create a backdoor in the system before leaving and covering my tracks. I can't handle it anymore. Alma, hack me! Hack me like you've never hacked anything before. I'm just gonna leave us with this face for a while. It's a beautiful face. One that I think should be reveled in. I'm reveling in it right now. Eh? Make my buffer overflow. Create a backdoor in me. Escalate your user privileges. Find flaws in my security. Is this how having sex with a buffer ever sounds? I don't know. Sorry. I got carried away. No shit. What happened? Have you seen those movies or books where a couple does something like paint a picture or cook, but they make it sound like they're having sex instead? Suggestive scenes, yeah. Well, that whole thing was kind of like that for me. Really? I guess humans don't really get it because their minds don't upload to networks or anything, but trust me, if you recorded yourself giving a detailed explanation in a really sexy voice, you'd make millions. Horny Lilum are an unexploited market. I see. Oh, looks like my ride is here. Your ride? Yep. My brother-in-law came to look for me. Is it alright to ask that from him? It's okay. I've known him since preschool. Just so happened that he got married to my sister. Hey Dorothy, you need a ride? Can you drop me by 3rd Street? You know what I should do for Dorothy? She should have a Cockney accent because she's a sex worker. But that's extremely racist, so I'm not going to do that. Sure, it's on the way. Yay! I'll take your offer then. Bye, honey. Later, Jill. Take care. Street seems noisy. Oh, a client. Hello. Welcome to Valhalla. What can I get? Such a small, yet comfortable place. Truly, an oasis of spiritual drinks in the midst of suburban desert. A place where lost and corrupt souls can gather to forget their troubles. For a while. A nest where everyone from the most pathetic scum to the vilest trash junkie can just sit and kill their insides. Truly, a real persona non grata. That's Latin for a mysterious place, by the way. I'm so smart and philosophical. Alright, got ourselves a persona non grata here. What will you have then? 17. Excuse me? I said 17. 7 plus teen. What does that mean? What does it mean to you? Just to be sure, 17 is about the drink you want, right? Only if you want it to be. 17? What the hell does that mean? He wants a piano man, like everyone else. Nobody can order piano men's and women's the same. How is this a 17? It isn't. You said 17 would only be related to your drink if I thought it was. And I think it isn't. Ooh, you subverted my expectation by taking me literally. Sneaky. And what brings you here, mister? I'm Armandio. Virgilio Armandio. See? I introduced myself using the Asian order because that's a lot more polite. Right. And I came here looking for an otherworldly experience. I was passing by, and I saw this place is called Valhalla. I want to see the souls of resting warriors, the wounded spirits of noble souls, the golden hall full of never-ending banquets, the lively Valkyries looking over them. We have some arcade machines in the corner? No. You're taking me too literally. You see, I'm being poetic. I'm giving a mystical air to mundane affairs. I wanted to see drunk people. I wanted to see waitresses and food. I wanted to see the bar in all of its decadent glory. Well, you're out of luck. Today's been quite the slow day. Not that I'm very surprised, given how things have been going on the streets, though. Humans are a nasty bunch, that is true. Making a ruckus, coming at each other. But that's to be expected from the only mammal to kill its own. I'm no zoologist, but I'm pretty sure that that's not the case. Oh yeah? Give me an example then, non-zoologist bartender. Like I said, I don't know exact details, I just know that isn't right. Memory serves right, once a lion takes over his pride, every cub born from another lion is killed or something. Pfft, takes over a pride. You can't take over a pride. Pride isn't a tangible thing. You need to stop making things up, non-zoologist bartender. But going back on topic, do you know what the number 17 means? It means 17, dickhead. The atomic number of chlorine? No, and Chloe is a name, not a number, you know? Wow, this guy is a complete idiot. The group where halogens are in the periodic table. Stop making up words like halogens, periodic, and table. Stop making up words like table. Okay then, I give up. 17 is us. Every human has 17 pairs of chromosomes. That number is the whole foundation of you and me. It's 23. What is? Humans have 23 pairs of chromosomes, not 17? Well, they're both primal numbers, and it's the same idea. Primal. Do you want anything else? I'd like a single plum, floating in perfume, served in a man's hat. Okay. I know what he wants. I want to look and see if there's anything else that's, like, obviously 17, because I did the number 17. It's the most logical thing in that situation was to just do that. Nope. Boop. There you go. Here. Ha! You didn't. Wait. You did. Enjoy. I will. I'll drink this perfume. You don't really have to. Yeah, that'd be silly. You win this round, bartender. Hey, bartender, have you ever thought about death? How? What if we're already dead? Both of us. What? What tells you I even existed before I entered that door? How can you assure me that this reality is real and we are not in fact in heaven and hell all along? What if everything up to this point is just some stupid story, written by an unemployed 20-something in his room? I could punch you to make you feel reality. I don't care about any of that, actually. This reality is real for me, and that's all that matters. Such a closed-minded way of seeing things. You need to get away from factual facts. Open your mind to things beyond your reach. I have a feeling we've been doing that far too much as a culture lately, Virgilio, so if you could kindly go and fuck off. You'll never reach enlightenment if you don't start. The Habanera has started. It means the twilight of the gods in German, by the way. Well, you're on your own, bartender. Enjoy your new world order. What? A couple of nearby cars exploded, it seems. Oh, hell. Let me take a look out the window. Be careful. I see lots of flashes in the distance. Most likely gunshots. Jill, come here a sec. What? About 5 gigabytes of reports proving that several White Knight squads have used it to cover illegal actions released to the public by unknown anarchist groups. We're receiving reports of several units going rogue and using their weapons to hunt down anyone they find on the street. Several counter-terrorism forces from neighboring cities have been dispatched in order to subdue the crazed units after a plea from the Vice President. We're still waiting for a declaration from Zaibatsu Corp's CEO on the subject, but until then, things are ugly and in and outside of the bank, it seems. I'd recommend you stay here tonight. It's too dangerous to even think about going outside. What if they break in? They won't. Even then, the bar has quite the security system. And I'll be here protecting you as an added bonus. Yeah, I guess I'll stay tonight. I'll get you the spare mattress I have. Do you mind sleeping in my office? No, I guess that's fine. Good. I'd rather sleep with you, boss, if that's not too forward. That was way too forward. Let's hope everything gets solved by the morning. I'll have Zenkantu on hand just in case. The metal bat with nails? There's nothing it can't bash! Say, Gil 4. Hope everything's better by tomorrow. I didn't get my flawless service bonus. No. Apparently, I made a mistake mixing dipshit the wrong cocktail. I have no clue what he was on about. 17 letters in the name, maybe. I like this game. It's calming. Safe to keep playing. That's good. I've been very tired. Rise and shine. Good morning. It's 11 a.m. though. That's morning for me on the weekends and any other day. How's everything outside? Still noisy, but forces have been deployed to take most of them at least. How so? Zaibatsu Corp's president is pleading with anyone to stop the rogue White Knights. Neighboring city forces were deployed quickly and have subdued most of the opposition. There have also been reports of White Knights just freezing, like they were petrified somehow. You make it sound like some god suddenly decided to put everything in place. Well, I'm just glad no bullets are flying in and out of the whole building. Sure, there's still some bad apples out, and it's not really safe yet, but it was worse last night. There also seems to be a civilian force lynching any White Knight they spot. So not only are the White Knights a problem, regular folks are on edge too. I wonder if Sei is okay. Should we be worried about Gil? That kid knows how to take care of himself. I'm sure that whatever that it is he's doing, he's safe. Dare I say even safer when he's here. I sure hope so. Are we gonna work today? Nah. Things are too nasty right now. Let's take the Sunday off. Oh, alright. Say, do you want me to help you get to your apartment? Actually, yeah, I'd appreciate that. Okay, then. Let me lock things up and we'll go. We'll grab something for lunch on the way. Sounds good. Well, things are changing. This feels a lot like Mega Man and Battle Network, which is a game I'm totally going to play on stream once I finally get around to it. It's on my list. That's one, though, that I have to have my GameCube set up, because I have to play Game Boy games on my GameCube. I also don't have my Game Boy, and I might have to steal that back from my friend who is borrowing it right now, so that I can play on my Game Boy and not on a GameCube controller, because that's going to be weird. But I don't know. Maybe it won't be. I just want to play video games. And here we are. Home sweet home. Thanks a lot. Hey, boss, want to hang out for a bit? Yeah, grab a beer, chill out a bit. Mostly to thank you for helping me. Well, I don't have much to do anyway, so yeah, sure. I did tell you should invite me to your apartment sometime, didn't I? Oh, yeah, you did. What worries me a bit is that beer always leads to something else. Wink. Not saying I have a problem with it, Dana. To more beer? I was going to say, to one of us going through the Spanish announcers table. Wrestling jokes. Let's go. But I think we're safe here. Come on in, then. Excuse me. Want one? Sorry, I don't smoke. Don't mind me, though. Smoke if you want to. Thanks. Say, how is the chilly weather treating you? It gets cold from time to time, but nothing the kotatsu and the heater can't fix. Oh, right, boss. You're not very good with cold, are you? You know it. You didn't bring your jacket here, either. Yeah, I left it at home when going to the bar yesterday. It wasn't that cold, and I didn't expect to spend the night at the bar. Would you like a sweater or something? Oh, don't mind me. I insist. Have this hoodie from some time ago, and it was too big for me. Why buy it, then? It was dirt cheap. Right. Wait, where did you get this one? Don't know, some flea market ages ago. Why? Nothing. It's just like one I had many years ago. What happened to it? Too much use, it just ripped. I see. You can keep it if you want. I never use it anyway. We'll see. Come to think of it, how old are you, boss? I'm eternally 17. 17 seems to be a number that's popping up a lot. Fair enough. 17 plus how much? 17 plus I'd have to cut your tongue if you knew. Alright. Let me go change into something more comfortable. Take your time. Hey, cat. Say, Jill, there's a blue-eyed mass of black fur staring in my general direction. Oh, that's just 4. He's just wary of new visitors. Cats will be cats, I guess. He'll warm up quickly, though. Just give him some time. He's unusual looking. Blue eyes on a black cat. They usually have green. Yeah, weird, huh? First I thought they were like that because he was small, but they never changed. Do you have any pets, boss? Back at home we had a bear. Is it what? Good old Bosco. He kept intruders away better than any dog. Right. This picture here isn't something you see every day. What? Me taking such a sappy pic? No, a framed picture on printed paper. It's so vintage. Who are these? That's, the one on the right is Lenore, my, ex-girlfriend. The one on the left is Gabrielle, her sister. Oh, okay. So I am gay. Apparently I can't play any games in which I am not gay. Alright, that's fine. Huh, is pic recent, or... Actually, that one's from 3 or 4 years ago. You look exactly the same. I'm only 27, what do you expect? Say kids are the ones that get old. I thought it was recent because you don't usually see people displaying pictures of their exes so openly. Let alone a printed and framed one. Did you two break up on good terms then? You even hesitated a bit when calling her your ex. Let's just say that everything ended with both of us saying mean things. Sounds like most ending relationships. So, sure. And me storming out of her house, breaking a couple things on the way out. We never broke up formally, and I guess I still have feelings for her. I just went away. Haven't said a word since. Really? It's hard to picture you doing such a thing. And you look so happy in the pic. Why have her pick out like this, then? I just couldn't get my mind off something that Alma said to me. About missing having the warmth of someone else pressed against your side. Using them as a pillow, mixing your perfume with theirs. Putting your head in their chest, listening to their breathing as they pet your head. Dozing off, knowing they're there, watching you, protecting you. I don't know, I felt nostalgic, then miserable. I know that feeling. I'll just put this away. I've been meaning to apologize, but I feel like it's too late now. Whenever I go out, there's this fear in my back of my head that I'll meet her in the street. I just don't know if I could face her again, let alone talk to her. That'd be a mess. It's never too late to apologize, Jill. Maybe. What's that on the table? Looks like an envelope. It's nothing. Nothing. Now, please give that to me. Low. Right. I saw nothing. Don't worry. Anyway, let's grab some beers. Guide me. We chillin'. We've got a beer meter. My favorite kind of meter in any video game. Damn, you have a lot of beer. Well, the BTC gives me discounts and a point card I can use every time I buy their alcohol. With that, beer is actually the cheapest drink I can get. Is there any difference between the drinks at the bar and these? Drinks at the bar are more addictive, flavorful, and also stronger than the ones they sell in stores. And besides, the one in the bar is more of a double IPA. This is more of a Pilsner? In English, please. This one's lighter in color and lighter in flavor. Dunno, it doesn't taste like a lighter to me. Is this one made with that, what is the name of the base liquid you use at the bar again? Neutrogenic diacyltemetrical lidengenol, or NDL. It was a supplement or something, right? It was an experimental fluid they created to replace water when the maiden kiss polluted water supplies. The effects of pollution turned out to be temporary, so NDL never went into mass production. But the BTC still commissioned it for use in bars. And this one is made with it? Let's see. Yep, here it is near the end. NDL and cornstarch. Cornstarch? Serves as a stabilizer. If I remember correctly, they need it for packaged drinks. I see. I just realized something. What? You're a nerd, Jill. Guilty as charged. I still have that bottle of rum somewhere around. Do you want some of it? Will you have some too? Not really, no. Then leave it like that. I'm not letting you drink beer alone. That's not how drinking with friends works. Do you consider me a friend then, boss? Why wouldn't I? I don't know. What would be my boss and all? I was never too sure. Well, in case you had any doubts, yes, I consider you one of my best friends. Besides, you and Gil are always so diligent and responsible that I'm boss in name only anyway. That's good to know. On a side note, it surprises me that you kept a poster of me in your room. And even more that you hung it in plain sight. When I gave it to you, it was more or less a joke, you know? Does that make you uncomfortable? If it doesn't make you uncomfortable, then why would it make me uncomfortable? It's my own face. I'm still wondering why you did it, though. Aside from filling an empty spot on the wall, I don't really know. I thought it was funny, too. I guess it's like if someone gave you, I don't know, a dildo-shaped trophy or something, and you had it there as a conversation starter. Although no one comes here anyway, so it's kind of pointless. What? No steamy nights of passion? Not since a year ago, I think? And I'd rather not talk about what happened then. Someone hurt you? Because if they did, I can go dish out the pain. No, nothing of that sort. A different kind of mess. uncomfortableness, not being able to have sex for reasons. Mess. Glad to know you have my back, though. That's what friends are for. I'm very far away from the mic. My apologies. Wait, you talk about having the poster, and compare it to having a dildo-shaped trophy. You just call me Dildo Face. That's what friends are for. Hey boss, be honest with me here. About what? Who's Gil, exactly? What do you mean? You know what I mean. Who the fuck is he? Oh yeah, that. Well, I have a couple of ideas. I know for certain that Gil was in the Hong Kong riots. And he took part in the anti-riot force before defecting. That'd give me a clue as to who he is, but... So far, I've only found out about one such defector, and he didn't leave Hong Kong for at least 4 years. I also know for certain that Gil was in England and France for that time frame. And it's always like that. When I think I have a clue to who he is, something else comes up, and that contradicts the evidence. The guy's troublesome. A bit, yeah. I wonder if Gil's alright. You worried about him? You make it sound like I'm some emotionless robot. You can be hard to read. I wouldn't worry about Gil so much, though. There's 3 things I know for certain about him. First, he can take care of himself. Second, you can sincerely trust him. And third, he absolutely hates bell pepper. He does? I've seen him even reject food that has been in contact with it. Man, what a baby. Unless he's allergic or something. He's not. Man, what a baby. How'd you meet such a guy? He showed up in the door of the bar. He what? Well, it was shortly after the whole incident with Robert and the levitation potion. Right, levitation potion. It was a slow day and he just showed up at the bar. I offered him a drink, but he said he didn't have money on him. I couldn't leave him alone, so I pretty much gave him the drinks for free. And after a couple, he broke down crying. Huh? I don't know what he did, but he was really, really regretting it. He wanted a second chance or whatever, and I told him he could wash himself. I could find him a job. And I'll be damned. He looked totally different the next day. Damn. I tried and failed to find out anything about him. So I decided to take him at face value. I'd judge him from what he did as an employee. And aside from the occasional sudden escapade, he's been as loyal gets. I don't know how much beer I'm supposed to be drinking here. Loads. I returned the favor in kind, covering his ass from time to time. Sometimes literally. What surprises me is that you took him in so easily. I can take care of myself, and I always kept an eye on him. And besides, after the whole Robert thing, I couldn't ignore someone that desperate so easily. I see. You've made the bar more lively yourself, you know. How so? Well, with the regulars you've earned, of course. Like that blonde titty hacker. I can't remember her name. Alma? I was gonna say Armitage. She's a nice girl, you know. I don't think she's young enough to be called a girl. Says the girl who's eternally 17. In any case, she's really lovely. When you hear her speak of her family, she speaks with such love. Her face just brightens up. It makes me kind of jealous that she has such a close relationship with them, to be honest. You had bad relations with your family? Not bad, I'm just not exactly close with anyone aside from my mom, dad, and aunt. Go back to Alma. I'm really hoping she finds a nice guy to settle with. I mean, she's so bent into finding one, I can't help but want her to succeed. I see. There's also that sex worker robot girl. Not Dorothy. She intrigues me, though. I've seen lots of sex work girls over the years. She seems pretty giddy. It's not that she likes her job, but rather that she takes it with such childish excitement. I've kind of noticed that too, but then again, Lilim can be weird. You think? Lilim operate on really foreign logic. I mean, they don't really share our fear of mortality. Even if their bodies are destroyed, their minds are already backed up in the collective source. If they lose an arm, they can reattach it or replace it. Depending on the circumstances, they might not even feel pain at all. It's not like they haven't attained human-like emotions like fear or love, but they're different. a different culture, if he must. I didn't see it that way. Aside from that, Dorothy is a DFC 7-2. It's a social interactions model or something. Lilium get positive reinforcement straight from their bodies if they're fulfilling their main purpose, so I'm guessing she gets a built-in push whenever she's in a meaningful or challenging social interaction. Interesting. The name Lilium is a bit weird, though. It is? You'd expect them to be called bots or dolls, but Lilium doesn't convey the image of automatons. Just a tip. Bots and dolls are considered slurs by them. Bot is akin to calling them retarded, and doll is like calling them fake. Thanks for the advice. That aside, do you know why they're called Lilium? As far as I know, because they're all come from a bigger AI called Lilith. And Lilium are Lilith's offspring in Jewish folklore. Ooh, cool. Hey, speaking of names, why don't you like being called by your full name? I have no idea what you're talking about. Don't act stupid. Back when you first transferred, I called you Julianne, and you almost tore me a new one with your glare. See? Like that. It's no big secret, but it's one of those things that makes you feel silly when you say it out loud. Try me. Well, did you ever watch Model Warrior Julianne? Not all of it, but my little sister's a big fan of the reruns. Back when I was in elementary school, I was a huge fan of the show. I had everything, from the dolls, to the costumes, to the lunch boxes. Didn't help that it was one of those shows that gets strapped literally everywhere. I saw a couple of episodes once. They were really nice. It was beyond nice. The show's a model who can transform into an armor-clad magic knight. She fights demons born from greed and vanity. How the show presented Jules hating her job because it invited enemies. And yet still found solace in trying to be a role model. Hell, the main character wasn't a kid. Julianne was an adult that became younger when transformed. I'd say it was a pretty ambitious kids show, even by today's standards. Just the fact that her enemies were literally issues to be dealing with beauty standards of body image. Challenging as fuck. Whoa, you got excited there. And that's the problem. Back then I was obsessed with Jules. I sang the songs, I dressed like her, I could even recite full chapters. Something tells me you still can. It's beside the point. It was nice while I was in elementary school, but then I went to middle school, and what a surprise, tweens are jackasses. They went out of their way to tease me about things I did back then. I don't hold it against Jules. I always hold my grudge against those fuck jobs. Sounds rough. You know how most girls worry about their thighs at that age? I worried about jerkasses singing the theme tune of a show mocking me. Anyways, whenever someone calls me Julianne or Jules, I instinctively react negatively. And my eyes are convulsing for some reason. Pavlov would be proud of me. I never talk about it because I find the whole thing too silly and retrospective. And yet, it affects you even today. There's nothing wrong about it, though. It's actually kind of reasonable. Reasonable. I sure hope so. Come to think of it, what kind of kid were you, boss? When I was a toddler, I was the kind to always fight with kids bigger than me. Then puberty happened, and I became the Merriam-Webster definition of shallow jerkwad. Around the time I was 16, I realized what an idiot I was and went on to become who I was today. And the less I talk about years 12 to 15, the better. Fair enough. Say, boss, how do you like the men? 2D. 2D? Yes. I don't mind anything as long as the thing is cute or 2D. How about you? Back in high school, I liked them funny. In college, I liked them successful. After a while, I just wanted them stable, and now... And now? I don't know. Stopped caring about them being funny. My high school boyfriend started conflating cheering me up with mocking me when I'm down. I also stopped caring about them being successful. I realized half the time they had no qualms about cheating with me or on me. And I stopped caring about them being stable, realized they were the kind of person I was trying not to become. Not become stable? There was this guy who became so obsessed with holding a stable job that he hated. He started being physically ill. Not only that, the last time I managed to get some, I ended up throwing the guy out. He took incredible offense with how I smoked on the bed after sex. The bed could catch fire, you know. Not you two. Kinda envy Alma for that. At least when she dumps the guys for, like, less petty reasons. Are you okay? I'm fine. It's just... It all boils down to the fact that I can't get my mind off Lenore lately. I didn't know I couldn't get my mind off Lenore lately. She was all of what I just said. She made me laugh. She had a good position and was stable. She was also smart, caring, and why can't I get my mind off the whole thing? I also know how this feels. It's maddening. Maybe I should go and apologize. Maybe I should. Maybe that will make me rest easier tonight, get my mind off things for a while. I don't even care about going back to her, but... Hey Jill, have you tried thinking about clothes for 4? Clothes for... Listen, I know how you must feel. But you can't let all of that cloud your senses. Next time you try to feel overwhelmed by these thoughts, try distracting yourself. Like with, say, thinking about what kind of clothes you can put on 4. Yeah. You know, boss, I'm a bit curious about your circle of friends. What kind of people do you have in it? Keep in mind, you're included in this circle too, so any insults you hurl will apply right back at you. Anyways, I have this friend I've known for a long time. Red-headed, glasses-wearing gun nut named Iris. The one you called for the helmet thing. Wow, I am really fucking red. That one. She's managing a BTC bar in Panama right now, if I remember correctly. She's managing a bar too. I got the idea from her, actually. Oh. It's called Nirvana. Nirvana. If you thought this city was dangerous, you should see the people she has to deal with there. Piracy ain't nothing to fuck with. And means it's an annex to another business. What else does she do there? I think the bar was originally her hotel's bar? She moved the bar to its own building elsewhere and opened up Nirvana in the hotel instead. Weird decision. I believe she said that she wanted a place away from noisy rich tourists that go to the hotel. So that bar is her woman cave. Woman cave. That aside, let's see. Friends. I guess there's also my little sister, but that's a given. Oh, there's also my old partner from when I was with the Neo San Francisco police force. Good old Lexi. Should give her a call sometime. Wait, you were in the what? I've done a lot of things, Jill. I spent a short time collaborating with the police force. I've been a wrestler, an MMA fighter, chimney cleaner, lumberjack, pet shop attendant, corporate mascot? Corporate what? I still see my face on some websites from time to time. Anyway, aside from you, Gil, and my sis, Iris, Lexi, I guess there's a lot of people that don't want to see me in harm's way. Mostly because they're ones that want to hurt me. What about you? I guess I have acquaintances here and there. Back at home and in college, I went out a lot. But it felt more like going out was the pleasure rather than the people involved. Aside from you and Gil, my closest friend since moving here is Alma. Oh, and Dorothy. I mean, sure, there's always 4, but that cat's a hermit that refuses to go out. And, you know, he's a cat. Hey, a cat's fine too, you know. Hey, boss, what will you do when the bar closes? I don't know. Maybe I'll take a friend's offer of working with her. I was also thinking about going back home and helping with things there. Or maybe I'll go traveling for a while. I'll see. Oh, but don't worry. Bureaucracy's slow as fuck, so they won't close the bar down for quite a while. Better enjoy being there while you can. Yeah, maybe. Will you be visiting me in whatever bar I end up working in? I have a bone to pick with that guy that supervises the bar I'm planning to get you transferred to. I go there even though I have virtually no reason to. With you there, I'd have something pleasant to look forward to. You're sending me to someone you have problems with? If I have to trust another bar opener, it's certainly him. He's actually a pleasant boss from what I've seen. The fact that he and I have a tendency to go to each other's throats is an unrelated matter. I'll trust you on that one. Don't worry, maybe I can get you a bracelet made out of wood pieces from the bar's counter or something. We'll see. Hey, I'll tell you what. When the bar closes, let's both take a vacation. Go on a trip. That'll clear your mind a bit. Yeah, maybe. is interesting. I feel like a lot of what I like about this game is a lot of the same things that I liked about Papers, Please, where you're kind of witnessing a story about lots of stuff unfold from a place of obscurity. Whew. My electricity bill is going to be on the 24th. I need to have $8,000. And she's curious about a Daruma that she saw. Boss left the hoodie. Let's take a look at this Daruma, see how much it costs. Well, we bought the thing. It's been an hour 15 minutes, and I think I'm going to cut it there. It's been quite the, frankly, decently long period of 2 days in this game. And on just the personal level of me existing as a human being, I'm exhausted today. And I think that a short stream will do me good. However, I'm planning to maybe do some more streams during the week. Don't ask me when right now, because I have frankly no idea. But at some point, I'm going to be back before the end of the week. Most of the other days I was usually streaming, I'm now busy in the evenings, just because I decided to give myself plenty of projects to work on, because I'm completely insane. But besides that, I think that we're going to have a very good opportunity to have some more streams this week. I'm hopeful that I'm enjoying this game. Hopefully that we'll maybe be able to get it done in a week or two. I want to force myself, if nothing else, to play some more games this week, just because that's a really good way for me to force myself to relax. And sometimes I need relaxing because I'm looking for work and all that fun stuff. And hopefully my schedule will, like, work out once I get a job. I'm hopeful that I'm going to get one soon. That would be nice. But there are plenty of much better streamers than me that don't have jobs. You should go watch them instead of me, because they do better streams than I do. Instead of just doing really bad voice acting like I do. So thank you all for watching. Hopefully you'll come back at some point in the future, where I'll hopefully be streaming more of this, powering through, some point moving on to the Cat Lady, and I've got more games in the hopper too, quite a few actually. I think after I finish this and make some decent headway in the Cat Lady, because I just found that an interesting concept and I want to play it, I think after that I'm going to take something from either Gemini Rue or the Shiva, which is a quirky little game that I've found made by the same guys. I think it's a Wadget Eye. It's point and click. A bunch of stuff I'm interested in. And I want to start playing stuff on my consoles too, because I do have all the equipment to do that. I just don't do that because I'm dumb. So, we're gonna be back soon, hopefully sometime this week. Like, I'm gonna shoot for Wednesday at some point, maybe late day Wednesday, because I'm gonna be playing Force of Will in the evening. But then after that, probably should be free. So, thank you all for watching. It's been a wonderful time having you. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, week, year, whatever it is. And I hope that you all just remember just how wonderful you all are. Goodbye. Stop streaming.